Hello and welcome to the Merle Unlocked podcast. I'm Merle.
And I'm Locke.
Set sail and low expectations for everything nerd, accompanied by healthy, albeit shameful, helping to pointless banter, lack of focus, and quest for acquired knowledge.
And more.
And more. You have a topic for us today, Locke. Hit me with it.
The question I had for you is, if you happen upon a trailer, you were in the middle of playing a game, and all of a sudden you came across this NPC that looked just like you. Or similar, I should say, in the case of what today's topic really is. What would you do? What is your first reaction?
That's it.
That's it. Okay, well.
Just a
That was it for this episode? Merle says?
Right. All right. So if I saw someone that looked just like me, well, here's the thing. I remember back, I think it was high school. I was sitting at a desk. We had like this shared desks with 4 people in science class. One of the girls that were sitting with us, she looks at me and goes, I don't know what brought up the conversation or the topic of the conversation, but she told me that I had a very forgettable face. And I was like, well, I don't know how to take that. I look like a default Dan over here. So
not default Dan. Well, yeah, I guess what does it mean to have a forgettable face? That you have nothing unique about your facial structure? Is that how that goes?
I guess that's what that means. I'm not entirely sure. So the likelihood of someone sharing my appearance in a video game is highly likely, probably. I wouldn't consider most of my features to be subtle necessarily, but I guess it's close enough to be forgettable. It'd make me like a good serial killer or something I guess.
No, because serial killers, they're not forgettable.
Oh, that's true. I guess like most cases, they've always been very handsome, haven't they?
Handsome, giant unibrow.
Oh, is that?
Who was it that had a giant unibrow?
I can't recall.
Was it maybe Al Bundy? I don't know. I'm going to get torn apart for that comment. I know it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Tell us what you would think or what you might do if you saw someone with your appearance in a game.
I hardly doubt that I would ever come across a character that was depicted to look similar to me by any means. But if it was just an NPC, I don't feel like I'd be too concerned about it as far as like, I want money. I definitely feel like when we kind of brought this up the first time around, you were saying it speaks to somebody's vanity to think that somebody purposely was trying to make it look just like you when you're not famous. There might be a certain group of people in your area who know who you are, but that doesn't make you famous. So to think that you want to ask a company for millions of dollars because a character might resemble you is just astonishing to me.
I want to hear what brings this topic up. Who's this character?
All right, well, why not? So I came across this news article before, and I started digging into it a little bit extra before we recorded this, because I had heard the trailer for GTA 6 when it came out. Everybody was excited, all except for one person. I don't know who this person is, but they started putting it all over TikTok, all over social media, trying to ask money from Rockstar because a character kind of looks like me. And I'm like, that's kind of ridiculous. And I was like, I've never heard of this person a day in my life. Who the hell do they think they are?
It's actually pretty hilarious because when you initially said it, I was like, what are the chances that this character looks just like some other person that I guess has some kind of social media presence?
Looks like they have presence more in prison, but that's besides the point.
Right. So like the character in question is a person that has like a bunch of face tattoos. That's where it started making a little bit more sense. I thought it was just some average Joe Schmo. It's like, oh, this character shares my jawline and some facial structure. No, that's not the case. It's about the facial tattoos and the, I guess, purple hair. Is that he has purple hair?
I don't know. I've seen numerous photos, and I don't know which one's the depiction in question of how the character may look like him.
They have different face tattoos. I think the only similar one, the blacked out eyes. So, I mean, I see that little similarity. And the purple hair, sure. But that's it.
There's a couple things, right? If you want to say that a character looks like him, and when I look at all the photos, I'm like, I can think of numerous famous people who vaguely look like him. But that doesn't mean that they based it off of him. If the character existed, I feel like it was made to look like Jared Leto in Suicide Squad. Not you. I'm not trying to speak too ill of you. I don't know who you are.
In my mind, it's so vain to think that a character is based off you entirely. I mean, maybe it could have been. Like, we don't know for sure, but the only similarity I see for the most part is just that kind of calling card where it's Joker-esque. He has facial tattoos. He has a tattoo that signifies like the Glasgow smile and purple hair. That's it. He has no case here in my mind.
That's actually the hard thing. Like when I'm looking back at these photos now too, they're showing a side by side, two people with purple hair. He seems to be a lot older than the character, for one. It's weird because it's GTA, so there's a lot of real looking CGI and whatnot. You compare them side by side and they look nothing alike.
Yeah.
But that's what you want to say that you look like, then I'm going to say sure.
We were talking about this earlier where the only way I could see you getting compensated for having a character look like you is if you are someone that's uber famous, like a famous actor, just trying to use that very recognizable face in order to sell your product.
I remember one of the other GTA's loading screen, the girl that they had, somebody had raised some flags and said, that looks like me. And that was Lindsay Lohan. I remember looking at the photo and going, yeah, I mean, I could see where you might see it, but current you, I'm sorry. I'm going to give her some credit. She's done a lot better now.
Oh, yeah, she's got a lot of work done recently.
Yeah, but she did not look like that character at all. And I'm like, I couldn't argue that for you. But you can get away with it more if you're famous and you have an image out there or had an image out there. And I also feel... Now, if a main character looked like me, that might be a little bit different. I might try to contest it, but at the same time, I'm like, if it's a main character, I can play myself. I didn't even have to go through character creation. Shit. Yeah. I don't have to go to the barber, make the character have my haircut or anything like that. No, it's just me.
We have made that joke multiple times before, myself and Jane Doe, against you and your character creation, how often your characters actually look like you.
I still don't know what you're talking about. One day we'll pull side-by-sides of me and all my characters and see what you think then.
And it'll make exactly that point that I had made, right? I don't know what else can be said here.
Anybody else in the comments, if you came across a big game that's coming out and you saw your likeness on a trailer, would you freak out? Would you want compensation?
I guess it creates opportunity, right? Especially if you're someone that's kind of down on your luck and you're presented with this opportunity for a potential lawsuit, right? Against a highly successful company such as a gaming company. It's like, this was handed to me on a silver platter. Let's see if I could pull it off.
Don't get me wrong. I get it. But at the same token, at what point do you stop being sue happy? There's so many people out there who just want to find somebody to sue. And they will complain to whoever they want just to see if they can get their way.
In all reality, he could see like, oh, it has some similarities, but no, that doesn't look like me. But he's like, oh, but maybe if I put on this act, maybe if I pretend that I'm all up in arms about it and people are taking advantage of me in some way or another, I could get some kind of compensation for this.
And now it says that he's no longer contesting it, but
I think what this guy probably did was put on this act on social media and what have you, get it all over the place, and then consult a lawyer to see if they have a case, found out that they didn't, and then just didn't go through with it. I mean, he could fuss, complain, it can go all over the internet if it likes, but I just don't see the case being there. And I think perhaps because of that consultation with a lawyer that it probably just stopped there.
Either way, Rockstar decided to pull around and say, okay, you feel that way? And they re-released the trailer and took that away. So congratulations. You just played yourself. If you wanted to try to play the Sue card, which, once again, I don't quite agree with it, but if you really wanted to, why wouldn't you wait until the game was finally finished? I mean, I know that there are other games, kind of like Rockstar, where they give you the opportunity to allow your likeness in their game. And would I do it? Probably. I think it'd be kind of entertaining to see it.
I would be honored. They'll be like, oh, new character release, Default Dan. Here you go.
Default Dan.
Another white guy with a beard.
A homeless Harry over here. I want to put in the game that another character looks at him and goes, oh no, I don't like the look of you. You go back the other way. That's an Easter egg for me.
That's an Easter egg for the viewers to see if you could reference that story.
Right.
That's from, what, over 100 episodes ago?
Something like that.
Oh boy, good luck finding that one. If you enjoy the Merle and Locke podcast, please consider becoming a patron by going to patreon.com/merleandlocke or simply follow the link in the description. Thank you.